Holy crap. I think that truck saw it.
There's millionaires, billionaires, the people that control the world, control the central banks, that build nuclear weapons. I mean, this is their summer playground.
It came out in news articles. No one ever got footage of it. I was in there for one day. I snuck in. I looked good back then. They hit on me a lot.
Demonstrators say the 2 weeks, officially portrayed as a time of rest and relaxation, is really a chance to discuss plans for the world's future.
What's going on up there?
Nothing captures the imagination of conspiracy theorists like the story of Bohemian Grove, a 2,700-acre restricted campground in Monte Rio, California. This past week, I traveled to Monte Rio to see if I could uncover the hidden secrets for myself. What I experienced was nothing short of unsettling. So I had to turn around, and we went back to this convenience store where we're at right now, Bartlett's Convenience Store, and by Bohemian Grove Campground, right? And just so you know, Bohemian Grove is where all the rich elite are in the Bohemian Club, and they go have a secret meeting and do sacrifices. So it's very heavy security, like you can't come in. I thought since it's not in the summer when they're having their get-together, I could sneak in, but we were followed. And how long was the cop following us for?
For 10 miles, and we had to go and turn back around and come back over here.
Yeah.
So that nothing happens.
Yeah, I hope not. And I wasn't as concerned at first, but now I'm like, shit, this may be something to it. Everyone that's been coming to this convenience store has been looking at us, like staring at us for how long, right? And people have been looking at us.
That's all they do. They look at us. It's really creepy.
Like we're weird, and I'm like, what? Is it just we're outsiders? Like everyone knows each other here? Like what's going on? We'll see how he reacts and seeing if he can tell us any way to get in there, and if he's suspicious and like, no, you can't go in there. Then I'm going to start to believe, now with the cop incident, and based on his reaction of, is something actually going on with this Bohemian Club? Because the locals' reactions will tell all. And right now it's been creepy because we've been stared at by everyone, like shamelessly. Like one guy was in the store looking out at me, sitting in the van, and he was just staring at me for like 5 minutes straight without looking away. Is this a famous area for people to come through? Yeah. Does it get pretty crowded here in the summertime?
Yeah, summertime.
You ever see any famous people out here? Right? You see some famous people out here, right?
Over there, summertime,
Bohemian Grove, a lot of people come over.
What's the most famous person you've ever seen out here?
We see like the president over here, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They have a club over here, private club.
Yeah.
Called Bohemian Grove.
That's wild.
A lot of ex-presidents, presidents, governors, they all come over.
That's wild. And so, this is wild, dude. Like, I might not even go all the way through with this. This is starting to get wild. He's like, oh, we've seen them all. And I was like, what's the most famous person you see? He said, oh, we've seen presidents, governors, comedians, actors. And I was like, huh. And he's like, and he pointed, he's like, right down there, Bohemian Grove. You know the Bohemian Club in San Fran? I was like, yeah, I've heard about that. And then he gave me a look like, yeah, I bet you have. Like, what are you here for recording? And I was like, all right, thank you, have a good day. And I got out of there, and then he went right to that window and has been staring at us. All right, fuck it. We're gonna keep driving to that campground. I asked him for a map, and he says, no, we don't have any maps here.
Author and activist Mark Dice has a rare Grove yearbook issued every decade. The book shows George W. Bush and his father giving lakeside talks, along with Presidents Jimmy Carter and Richard Nixon.
Let's look at Northern California. You understand? Yeah. You know what's happening in San Francisco just gone. It's clear over. I know that, but it isn't just down in the rowdy part of town. But the upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove that I attend, one time at a time, the Easterners and the others that come there. But it is the most faggot goddamn thing you will ever imagine in San Francisco crowd because it's just terrible. I mean, I never want to shake hands with anybody in San Francisco.
There we go. I go up to the end of the road. They've got checkpoints and guards.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a parking area right off here. There's like a little swamp right here.
Right.
where they have these open back trucks that come and pick people up that work there and take them in or take members.
So I drove down the road, but the crazy thing is I'm at the front point right here at the gate where Alex Jones and other reporters from like Britain have covered this and tried to sneak in. Alex Jones and a photographer actually did sneak in here and got some footage years and years ago, like I think 70s, 80s, sometime around there. But I'm at the gate in the parking area where he was talking about.
It's private property.
I'm Buddy.
All right, I'm
Good.
Greg.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you. Scott.
Scott, nice to meet you. You can't take a look?
No, it's private property.
Wait, are you a ranger?
No, I work for the people that own this.
We can't even just go right there and peek in?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How come? I mean, honestly, just why? How come?
It's owned by a private group of people that don't want to have any cameras.
Don't want us.
No.
How about just us without the cameras?
No.
So I'm trying to do a series. Apparently, like we've seen tinted trucks come out of here. I'm gonna try to wait for another one to come out. And then they just had a big group of like workers with like an oil tanker that was obviously doing a drop off. And apparently workers and like custodial people stay here and take care of the club, as it's like the membership dues are like $250,000 or $25,000 just to sign up, and then yearly membership fees. So it's well taken care of. So people are here. And like I said, this area has a sign that says video surveillance. I was looking around to see if there's any cameras here, and I saw a little blinking light down there. Can you see that? So there is a camera right off the bat at the gate. And I think if I walk like a few steps past this sign, they would be rushing on me. That's the address, so you believe me? And there's the no trespassing. Club access only. I was gonna try to get around and get footage of, those buildings back there. But I think that main gate, what's that? That's where things are gonna start getting wacky. Then I noticed back through here, it looks like there's some kind of lodge back there, or entrance station where people come right when they get to the parking lot. But this is wild. But something needs to be done about this place because it's way too secure, and I get it's a private membership. But hey, our politicians that are getting paid by us are coming in here and doing God knows what. So we need to keep an eye on it, Alright, so what happened is we were at the entrance to the Bohemian Grove campground, where all the elite gather in the summertime around July. After everything that's happened and what we've heard before about this place, plus our experience reporting on this, we've come to the conclusion that yes, this place is definitely real, definitely heavy security. There's also been some weird things with the locals. Everyone in this town has stared at us. So we are at the inn at the Russian River right now. It's a quaint little area, and we were hoping to get footage of maybe a worker here talking about what they see during July. We pulled up this one, the office. It appears like everything's closed. I mean, I know there's a car there, but I don't think anyone will be here today to actually answer any questions we have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to all the hotels in the area, see if we can find one of them open and if anyone will talk to us. All right, we're at the Highland Dell Lodge right now. These people definitely appear to be open. And I actually talked to another person in town who confirmed it. And we're gonna see if they'll tell us anything about what it's like in the summer. All right, we're here at night, right at the bridge, looking over the Russian River. And there's a hotel off in the distance. Tried to go in there. All right, so basically what happened is we waited till dark. I snuck up through the woods off this main road, and I hiked down through the hill, and I know there's a gate right there, but we did not go through the gate. I climbed up and I went down and I saw lights, so I'm starting to check this out. And I'm just gonna stay right here and see if I see anything. I just see a bunch of lights. I haven't seen any people yet, so we're gonna see what they're really doing deeper into the club here. Maybe no one's here at all. shit, there's a truck coming right now. I gotta get out of here.
Holy crap. I think the truck saw us.
So I got contacted by a reporter with Channel 4, and he said, I've got people that work there, and they want it to be exposed, but we can't have the liability. And I know you've snuck into some places, done some investigative reporting on some military drills that we're practicing to round people up and stuff. We've, if we got you a ticket and got you, the inside deal, you can still get arrested by the Secret Service because presidents and people go there, but will you sneak in? And I said yes.
So you were prompted by a facility or like a group.
Yes, and it turns out.
Who was this group again?
Turns out it was the Democrats, basically.
All right, so we actually left the Bohemian Grove campground in that whole town of Monte Rio. We're at the Holiday Inn right now. This is actually in Windsor, so it's about 10-12 miles away from where the Bohemian Grove is in Monte Rio. So same deal. What I'm going to do is put the recorder in my hat. This shit works. Put it in there. And then I'm going to go in nonchalant and say, hey, I'm doing some reporting. I wanted to know if I can ask you some questions about the entertainment that you might or may not see here during the July months. And if they get anything, great. If they may be bound by privacy and tell me to get out, but that tells me what? That there is something going on here that they must keep shut. And I'm just so glad that I can show this because I just found out about all this myself, and it feels so different from watching it to being a part of it and trying to investigate what the hell is going down with all these elite people. And then a white truck just pulled up here now. That's one of the trucks. Cut it. Hey, how you doing? Good. So I'm not sure you're going to be able to help me out with what I actually need. But you know where the Bohemian Grove campground is?
Yeah.
So in the summertime, does this place get pretty crowded or anything like that?
This location?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any high profile people come through here?
High power, the only people that we get are like the CEOs of High Times. Other than that, anything like that, they go to the Bohemian Grove.
For the Grove, how long are they there for? Do you know about that?
It's only the summer and it's
like a week or two?
It's like a week or two, but it's very exclusive. Like the people that do work there have to sign a consent form to not let anybody know what's in there who worked. I've known a couple people and they couldn't.
So how do you have you ever tried to get hired in there?
You have to be referred. A lot of high power presidential artists.
And that's what a lot of people were saying. I was blown away.
From what I hear from a lot of people, it's more of a cult. Go through going through Casadero. You'll actually go through it. You'll pass by Bohemian Grove. You do the work during the summer, and it's you get paid very well, very very well. You have to sign a disclosure stating that you will not say who's there, who's working with you, just because people say it's high power.
Yeah.
A lot of people go through it, but they do say it's more of a cult. It's nothing but men, and it's a cult. The best time to come to see is summertime. Because that's the only time you'll ever see any type of movement. If they do bring people entertainment, they don't let us know if they are from Bohemian Grove. A lot of those people don't want to be known that they're there, just because of the crazy stories that people do hear that it's a cult and weird things do happen on that property.
I came out here just to show the tip of the iceberg. I'm not trying to say I exposed anything, but what I'm saying is I'm here in Bohemian Grove. Stuff's definitely going on here, and we can expose it together. So you let me know what you think, everybody. I'm a savage. I know you all stay savage because you all keep supporting me and telling me ideas. So I want to give you all the experience of a lifetime. So message me, and we'll start planning hypothetically what our next move is, right? The best chess players know who's going to win before the first move. So let's start thinking about that first move, people, all right? Stay savage. I love you guys.